Hey guys, my name is Angelia and welcome back to my channel and welcome to a brand new build video. So this is gonna be a little bit different. This is a build that Scott, my significant other, boyfriend, fiance, that whole thing. This is something that he has built in his game. He plays The Sims 4 on the PlayStation, and since it's become kind of cross-platform to where you can still download gallery items and stuff from one another, I asked him, I was like, would you mind if I took one of your builds and kind of, you know, revamped it or something? Because, yeah. So, I made, like, a few rules of my own that he agreed to. So any outside wall will not be changed. Any existing wall on the inside might be changed. We'll see what I can work with here. But this is the house that he built. I think if I remember correctly, he wanted to make it look like houses in San Francisco, similar to like the Full House house. So yeah, all these outside walls can't be changed. So this shape has to stay. I feel like I should be able to add stuff if I want to, but I won't. But it's like, I want to add like a shape like here, you know, might need to not have the whole box thing. Also, why is there no deck here? I'm realizing. I'm gonna add that. So here's the general layout of the house. Let's do the sweet little top-down viewsies here. So this, I believe, was his living room that he originally had set. Obviously a kitchen, a bathroom. This was like his wall of dead fish that he had mounted on the wall. This was the bedroom, and I know he had like plants here. Yeah. So we are going to revamp this, probably just to be, I would say probably a single family home. So like a couple, I believe, just because there's not a lot of room here. So that's probably what we're going to be going with. I'm going to be speed building the rest of this because I feel like it's going to take me some time, because I take 10 years to decorate houses and it takes me forever to pick wallpaper colors and all that fun stuff. So after this part, the rest will be in a speed build and all that fun stuff. So here we go, and I hope you guys end up enjoying this. Alright, so here we are in the speed build portion of this lovely renovation that I decided to do for a build that Scott did. So here I am changing the outside. Excuse my keyboard noises, I am just quickly tabbing out. So the outside, as per usual, I do end up changing the paint colors a few thousand times. It's actually my second time trying to record this voiceover because I was an idiot and didn't get all of the footage in here the first time. So yeah, my jaw's a little bit sore, but that's okay. We're gonna chug on through it. It's gonna be great. So I really wanted more of a modern look, and unfortunately, because Scott plays on the PlayStation, as I mentioned in the first part of this video. And because he plays on the PlayStation, he doesn't have all the packs just yet. They are all released, yes, but I have every single pack, so I do have a little bit more versatility in terms of color choices, you know, types of wallpaper and stuff that we have. So I really wanted to be able to spice it up with all the stuff that I have as well, and kind of give him an idea of what it could look like as well, what other options and stuff. I'm encouraging the Sim habit, which he loves The Sims. He's played since the first one as well, and all of that fun stuff. Yeah, he should be coming to visit me pretty darn soon, and Scott, because I know you're gonna end up watching this one because this one's your build, and I can't wait. I'm so excited. But I told him he could play this on my computer and get an idea of like the various packs and all of that. So, you know, so if you guys have a favorite pack, leave it in the comments so, you know, we can convince him to buy things. I know he has seasons, he has cats and dogs. I know he has Realm of Magic as well. He has a few. He has Parenthood, Get to Work. I think right now, as of the time that I'm recording this, he's between Get Together and City Living. Get Together probably because I'm constantly talking about it because I love Windenburg. If you guys haven't noticed, it's my favorite. So here I am moving on to the inside of the house, and obviously you guys saw me creating that porch. I just wanted to give it a little bit more of a personality. I wanted to flesh out the outside and, you know, do all that fun stuff. The wall that's right there by the stairs I actually end up extending, which you should be seeing in the relatively near future, because I didn't have enough room for the table and chairs for the Sims to actually use it in the way that I had, like, built this. So yeah, and as you can see, I knocked down all those walls. I know at the beginning of the video I said I was like, I'm gonna make that rule that I can't change in the interior walls either. Maybe. Yeah, that didn't stay for very long. That was a thing for maybe about like 20 minutes, and then I had to knock down those walls because it was driving me nuts. Only because I felt so almost like claustrophobic. I don't know. I like open floor plans. I don't like super, you know, concisely sized rooms or like the living room separate and stuff like that. It's just my personal taste. I just prefer having an open floor plan because I feel like in smaller spaces it tends to make it feel like you have a lot more room than you actually do. So I think it's better that way, especially because this house is relatively tiny. It's not a tiny home by any means, it's a normal size home, but I mean for me, because usually my houses end up being freaking gigantic and they cost you like a bazillion simoleons. But for this one, I did want to make it feel a little bit more open and airy and, you know, just more room to walk around and all that fun stuff. I actually struggled with the kitchen a little bit. Usually I don't struggle with kitchens. Usually my biggest struggle are the bathrooms, but for some reason the kitchen gave me a lot of issues when it came to selecting color choices and stuff like that. Because again, I've been really enjoying making my walls gray. And I feel like whenever Scott and I do get the chance to move in together, I feel like I'll probably want to paint like the living room and stuff a light gray. Because I feel like then you get more choices with like pillows and other accents that you can bring in with color and stuff like that. You don't have to worry about it matching because gray goes with everything. And it's still clean, you know? I don't know. I don't like dark colors. It's just not my thing. Again, dark colors tend to make rooms look a little bit smaller than they actually are. So even in my Sims houses, I tend to stick with like pastels or the light scale gray and stuff like that. Just to make things feel a little bit more open. Even my actual bedroom's like a really pale lilac-ish lavender. It's more lilac, I would say, than lavender. Lavender has a little bit more like a gray and blue hue to it, but lilac has a little bit more of a pink hint to it. And that's what my room feels like. It feels like it's more lilac. Because again, I wanted to keep things kind of open and airy, because apparently I'm like a hippie fairy child, but that's fine. You know, we're gonna deal with it. And I'm getting parched, so if you hear me drinking water, I apologize. But I'm not all that sorry about it. Because it is blazing hot. If you guys don't know, I live in Las Vegas. Where the average temperature has been about 111, 112 recently. Which, you know, it's pretty normal and kind of low-ish for us. But it still sucks. Also, I have had this speed build finished for about 3 weeks. So my voice right here is in the future, away from that first part of the video that was like me actually recording it live in the game. That part was recorded about 3 weeks ago. It took me maybe a day or two to actually finish this build as a whole. But then once I finished it, it was only a few days, and then our new kittens arrived. So I haven't had the time, because they're like constantly needing the attention, needing to be washed, especially right now because they just got fixed and all of that fun stuff. And you know, my computer's basically been sitting here waiting to be like cleaned off because they have been coming into my room a lot at night, so I can watch them and give my mom a break and they can get out, because they're kind of confined in a room right now. Because Lily isn't doing so well with it. She's Lily was, when we got her, we adopted her, and she was a rescue even then, because we're assuming she was heavily abused, because she has so many like fear responses, and there's just so much like trauma responses that this poor little cat has, and she's still scared of me 9 years later and all that, so she's not handling it very well. So, you know, we're trying to get the kittens out of that room as much as we can so they come and hang out with me, and then I don't have time to record, and then they sink their teeth into things that they're not supposed to be, so then I have to take it out of their mouth, and everything gets tossed onto my desk because it's like right there. So like my computer's been buried under just stuff trying to keep it away from their little mouths. But yeah. So as you can see, I did paint everything gray, and I wound up changing those half walls to be full walls because it just made more sense. Because the little, like, those plant things, I really wanted to use this, but it looks silly up against the half wall. So it's like, we're just gonna do that. I also really wanted to use the tiny living desk because obviously it saves space. So that felt like a no-brainer. And I really wanted to be able to get in more things that made this house feel lived in and real, if that makes sense. Because the problem is, when I do houses, I really do like doing the interior decorating, but that's also what takes me the longest, so I also hate it at the same time. But like, I want to get as much stuff in there as possible while still keeping it clean, if that makes any sense whatsoever. I want to make it feel homey, but not have it so cluttered that you can't walk around or that your Sims end up rerouting or they glitch or whatever. But yeah, also this living room. This living room caused me so much havoc. Like, I think I spent so much time complaining to this living room shape to Scott. Ugh. I mean, you can see there's like a bay window there. Look, I'm even trying to like move the kitchen over there, hoping, you know, maybe this will be a better fit, but no. The bay window would have been a great idea. Because we do have those bay window couches in the game, but the problem is those couches don't fit that precise shape, and it didn't fit snugly in there, so I was like, well, I'm not gonna do that. So it took me a few days of thinking that one over for me to actually do the living room, and I may have done the living room last, because it caused me so much annoyance. And here I am just trying to fill up the space, because like it just looks so empty up there, so I wanted to put another window up on the upper part of the roof, just to make it look more like filled in space, so it's not just like an empty gray color, you know? So that's why we did that. Oh, it actually looks like I'm in the living room now. Again, I don't even actually remember what it all looks like. But yeah, I remember I kept it pretty simple, because at some point, simple just works better. You know, instead of being super elaborate and putting on all these, like, a bazillion things in the living room. Sometimes when I build like this, less is a lot more. So that's kind of what I went with. And yeah, and it worked out pretty darn well, I think. Did I leave that there? I must have. I'm just trying to, like, fill up the wall space and, again, make it look a little bit more lived in. While still keeping the area nice and clear for your Sims to be able to functionally walk through. I don't think I have this build up on the gallery as of yet, but I will soon. I'll put it up there next time I have the game open. I just had it open like an hour ago, but like I have to take a break between the game and then editing, because like my editing program doesn't want to open the proper way if I've like just played The Sims for whatever reason, and I don't understand it, but that's fine. So I'm working on the bathroom. I really like those tiles that came with Eco Lifestyle. And as you can probably tell already, I used a lot of stuff that came with Eco Lifestyle because it had just come out when I was renovating all this. So it just seemed kind of fitting. But yeah, the bathroom gave me a little bit of trouble. Again, bathrooms are probably my worst, I would say. And sometimes bedrooms can be too. Like, I always get pretty flustered of what to fill up the bedrooms with. I don't know why. Because bedrooms are pretty standard. Desk, bed, dresser, TV, etc. But then it's like I always feel like either A, I don't have enough space, or B, I have too much open space. So there's that. I'm trying to figure out a good layout here, clearly. And like which items I wanted to use. See, Scott, I was talking to Scott about this last night. I always end up using the mirrors that came with Spa Day. I love those mirrors. I don't know what it is, but they're gorgeous, and they have pretty little lights around them, and they're great. Speaking of Scott, he's texting me right now. I will text you in a minute, darling. Or like 5-ish minutes. Actually, probably longer. I don't know. It's kind of hard for me to like judge how much longer is left in this speed build. I feel like I just said a bazillion times, and I do apologize. I was just trying to put like a little rug under the toilet, because it's so weird, because like I'm used to having rugs around the bottom of the toilet, so I don't anymore, but we used to do that, and I wish there were toilet fitted rugs in the game. As dumb as that sounds, but I wish that was a thing. Oh gosh, the plant brigade. I'm just trying to figure out what to fill in that spot with. I'm pretty sure I do put a plant there. Yeah. I just couldn't remember which one I used. But lately I've been really into using plants as decorating. Especially the wall plants. I really love the wall plants and I don't know why, but I'm kind of obsessed with it lately. I was trying to find a pretty light to go above that mirror, and I just went with the standard one that I almost always use. I wish we would get some more vanity lights. Like, it's one of my goals. I would really like more vanity lights. I think that would be pretty, personally. Clearly, I went with more of a purplish theme in this house, or at least in the bedroom. I don't know why. Probably because purple's my favorite color. But yeah. I want to do something a little bit different on the wall, so I did end up using those tree decals just to give it a little bit more oomph, make it look a little bit different. Have a nice, cute little accent wall that isn't completely different from the rest of the room, so not like a random brick wall just on the side or whatever. That was pretty much my only goal with that one. Also, I do still love those rugs that came with. Is that from Laundry Day? I think that's from Laundry Day. Still absolutely in love with those rugs. They're gorgeous. But you know. I always use wreaths. I feel like I use wreaths in pretty much all of my builds now. Whenever we finally got them. I had to move that fan, by the way, because where the light was sitting, because obviously I put the light into the fan to kind of hide it so you don't have like a bunch of things in your ceiling. But it just, where the light was, it was just making it look weird. Also, I decided to put in solar panels. They're not terribly expensive. And I thought it would be nice to have just some solar panels in the house, you know? Make sure we're doing our part and stuff. And plus, you know, again, Eco Lifestyle had just come out, so I was really into using all that stuff. And I thought it was a nice touch. So that's why I did it. And that's pretty much it. I'm pretty sure I end up putting, like, laundry stuff up here as well. There was a little bit of room and some pet stuff, you know, just some random little odds and ends up around the house to make it, again, look a little more lived in, like a family actually lived here who had pets and did their laundry and all that fun stuff. Yeah, I did do that. Whenever you take those things and you put them like in the corner or up against the wall, like on the sides, it like sinks into the wall. So that's why I moved that, because it irked me a lot. I really like the pink bowls. They're cute. I wish they came in purple though. But to be fair, I wish most things came in purple. So, you know, because I'm that person. I love purple. I can't help it. But I do like the pink. I also just hid a piece of paper that's under my desk that the kittens have been chewing on. I pretty much just keep it there permanently now because it distracts them sometimes. It's like, well, I'm sick of yelling at you to stop jumping on things and eating cords. That's Flynn's new thing. He really enjoys eating cords. He is the little black kitten. He's darling, but sometimes it's like, buddy, if you don't stop, ugh. Again, he's very into eating cords lately. And in my next video for Rags to Riches, I did put in some pictures of the little babies in there. So if you do want to see what they look like, be sure to go check out that episode. Because yeah, they're really cute. And this video is taking me forever to edit anyway, so I don't feel like going in and putting in pictures in this one. That's fine. I really wanted to use those wallflowers, just clearly. I thought they were really pretty. But I decided to put like a little landing up there with the couch, just, I don't know why. I thought it looked cute, so that's pretty much it. I decided they had cats in this house, whoever lives here. I don't know who lives here, but they have cats now, clearly. So I gave the cats their own rug. Because why not? Yeah, I think I really like the way the upstairs came out, actually. Like, I wouldn't mind living here. But that's just me, and I'm probably biased because, you know, I did create this house. You know, of course, gotta add some windows. I had to also make sure that the height was correct with them because I did, like, place them manually, you know, off of the grid. So it gets a little bit wonky if it doesn't snap into place because then they don't match each other. Which for me and my OCD is a huge problem. So couldn't have that. Also, I don't know if I've already said it, but I really love those fences that came with Eco Lifestyle. Those things are gorgeous. I really like lattice fences like that. They're very pretty. Again, I really wanted to make it look a little more lived in. I wanted so bad to have that table up there. It just wouldn't work. So I end up changing things around. But it looks like I'm done probably with the inside, and we're just working the outside now, so we should be almost finished. You know, I wanted to put some more activities outside. The main issue here was that pole that's right there. But because that part of the house extends outward, I thought it looked nice to have that sort of structure thing there. So I think I'll end up filling up this space with plants and such. Oh yeah, and the bird feeder. Because I always forget that we have that now. So I was like, you know, I'm gonna use this. I hardly ever use the stuff from, I think it's from Backyard Stuff. I haven't used it in so long, so like, I'm gonna use that. Also, those planter boxes are great for covering up the space under the stairs. Like, when I placed them down, I was like, this is perfect, and I'm a genius. Obviously. So, it worked out really well, in my opinion. You know, I was trying to, again, make things look a little more lived in. I really wanted to use the hedges as the fence. As you can see, I was having some issues. I'm still having issues because I can't stop yawning. I have not been sleeping well at all. I wanted to use the little bike from university and all that fun stuff. Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure I don't leave the table and chairs there. Yeah, I think this is like the final resting spot for everything for the most part. I don't remember if I keep the hot tub, I'm pretty sure I do. But I think I remember complaining to Scott after I'd saved it that I totally forgot to change the color of it. Because usually I'm always customizing the colors, but, you know, whatever. Obviously adding in some plants and everything to make it look like a real front yard and all of that fun stuff. So we're in the final countdown of things. We only have a few minutes left, like 2 to 3-ish. But yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed this speed build. It's been a while since I really wanted to build anything. But lately, all I want to do is build. So if you have anything that you do want built, like some sort of house or whatever, let me know. Because I might get inspired and be like, hey, I'll build this. I have so many house designs saved in my phone. Most of my pictures in my phone are Scott, my cats, Sims builds, and like Disney stuff. So you can tell where my priorities are. But yeah, I'm still very happy with the way this came out. It came out really nice. I might use it at some point. Don't know when. Maybe I'll bring it into like 100 baby for when some of the kids move out and such. I don't know. We shall see. I was trying to get the plants kind of under the stairs to make it look like overgrowth and stuff, but I didn't feel like doing the whole thing where you like sink the house down, put it under there, and put the stairs back. That was too much effort. So we just kind of nestled it as best as we could under the stairs. But you know, I feel like plants end up making everything kind of come together as far as the exterior goes. But yeah, I think I did a pretty good job. I'm pleased with it, for the most part. Also, I really like that terrain paint a lot. And yeah, we're just about done. I think I put a few more plants back here. And I try to like phase out the terrain paint here and there. Just again to make it look a little bit more lived in and all that fun stuff. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you like it, Scott. I hope you end up thinking it looks nice. I think it looks pretty nice. Especially with the inclusion of all the various packs that I have. But yeah, I'm still very happy about it. I think I ended up putting in some lights, yeah. I tried so hard to use this light, I just didn't think that it fit too well. It just wasn't quite, you know, it didn't quite do it for me. So we end up using those here and there. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have a magical day. I will upload it on the gallery eventually. But yeah, I hope you have a magical day. Please stay safe out there, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!